Hi guys, welcome back to Tech Hives. In this video, we'll understand about reduce function in Stream API. The data I'm using in this video is the same data which I have used in my prior videos. So let's have a quick recap on the data. Here we have 10 products with each product has its own ID, product description, product category, product group and quantity. And we have three categories here which is non-eatable, eatable and util, and again it is divided into three groups. They are A, B and C. Reduce in Stream API. It is the process of combining all elements in the stream repeatedly to produce a single value which is returned as the result of the reduction process. Reduction operations are also called terminal operations because they are always present at the end of the chain of stream methods. And there are three ways that we can use reduce function. The first one is with accumulator, second is with identity and accumulator, and the third one is with identity, accumulator and combiner. In this video, we are going to learn about each of these ways. So let's start our coding. So this is our main class which has 10 objects, and I have stored these objects into an array list named product list, and I am using the same product list for performing the reduction operation using reduce method. First we look into the reduce method with accumulator as the parameter. In each of these cases, that is reduce with accumulator, reduce with identity and accumulator, reduce with identity, accumulator and combiner, I am going to show you how we can perform sum, minimum and maximum operations on the quantity in different ways. So first we will do the sum of quantity in the product list. Product list dot stream dot map is used to fetch the quantity from the product list. Product of get quantity. Next comes the reduce method, reduce. Here we will provide two parameters a comma b, lambda expression a plus b, and this will return an optional instance. So I am checking whether the result is present or not using if present method and then printing the result. System dot out double colon operator println. Let us run the code. So we got the result as 60. So if you are adding all the values of the quantity, we will get a sum as 60. Since we are finding the sum of quantity, I am passing a numeric binary operator as the argument of reduce method, which is nothing but an accumulator. In this case, the start value will be 0, and in the case of string, the start value will be a blank string, which means that addition begins with a start value 0. Here it will be like 0 plus 5 plus 2 plus 5 plus 8 plus etc. We can do the numeric binary operation using string also. So the concatenation will take place and start value will be a blank string. We know that this result will be in the form of an optional instance. That's why I am using if present here. Those who want to know more about the optional class, just click on the card which is displaying above. Now, if you want to store the result into a variable, then you can declare a variable with optional class and assign the result to it. So it's like this. We have to remove the if present Then optional with integer type, sum equal to the remaining code. Now we have to check whether this result is present or not. So this can be done by if sum dot is present, then we'll print the result. System.out.println sum dot get is used to fetch the values. If result is there, we'll get the result. Otherwise, just print as invalid. Now we'll run the code again. And we know the result is 60. Instead of this if else clause, we can use or else method. System.out.println sum dot or else of, just give a -1. We are giving -1 as the parameter because our result will be in int type. If this result was a string, then we could have used a string here. This or else method will give the value if the result is there, otherwise it will print this default value. So let us run and see what is going to happen. So here also we got the 60 as output. Let us give a heading. Reduce using accumulator. And this is the way of finding the sum using lambda expression. So here you can see I have used lambda expression inside the reduce method. And let us give heading for that also. Sum using lambda expression. Now we are going to see another way of finding the sum using method reference. For that we have to create a new method in our Pojo class. So let's do that. Public static int, let us give a name as find sum, pass two parameters inside, int a comma int b, then return the sum, return a plus b. Now in our main class, let's code for this. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of. Inside this we have to use our method reference. So product double colon operator find sum dot if present, then print the result. System dot out double colon operator println. Next, let us see another way of find the sum using sum method from the integer class. So after that, we'll run the code all together. Product list dot stream dot map product get quantity dot reduce of integer double colon operator sum. Then we have to check if the result is present or not using if present method. Next we'll print the result. System dot out double colon operator println. We'll give heading for all this. Sum using method reference. Then sum using sum method from the integer class. Sum method. We have seen 3 ways of finding the sum. So now let us run the code. And we got all the result as 60. Next we will see how to find the minimum and maximum value of quantity using lambda expression, method reference and min and max methods. This is the first set. Yes, out min using lambda expression. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce. Inside we have to give 2 parameters a comma b, then lambda expression. Now we are using ternary operator for finding the minimum value. If a is less than b, then a is minimum, otherwise b is minimum. If the result is there, then we will print it. Println. Next is finding minimum value using method reference. So before doing that, let's create a new method here. That is in our Pojo class. Public static int, let us name as find min, give 2 parameters inside, int a comma int b. Let us declare a variable and assign the mean value to it, equal to, use ternary operator here. If a less than b, then minimum value is a, otherwise our minimum value is b. Return this result. Now go to the main class. Code for this, product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce, then product double colon operator find min. Then if this result is present, then we'll print the result. System dot out double colon operator println. So this is using method reference. S out min using method reference. Next is min using min method from the integer class. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of integer double colon operator min. If this result is present, we will print the result. system dot out double colon operator println. We'll run the code now. Solve the sum we got as 60 and minimum value we got as 2. As you can see here, the minimum value of quantity is 2. Now we'll find the maximum value of the quantity. So, max using lambda expression. Lambda expression. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of give two parameters inside a comma b, then lambda expression. Use ternary operator for finding the maximum value. If a greater than b, then a is the maximum value, otherwise b is the maximum value. Then if this result is present, print it. Double colon operator, println. The next way is using method reference. Define a method inside the Pojo class. So, public static int, let us name it as find max, int a comma int b. Declare a variable max and assign the result to it. So, if a greater than b, then max is a, otherwise maximum is b. Return this max. Go to our main class and we'll give a heading max using method reference. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of, and use method reference inside, that is product double colon operator find max. If the result is present, print the result. Out double colon operator println. Next is using max method from the integer class. Max using max method. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of integer double colon operator max dot if present, then print the result. Double colon operator println. So we have done with 3 ways using lambda expression, method reference and max method. Let us print the result again. Now the new result is 13. That is, we can see here the maximum value of our quantity is 13. Until now, we have seen the reduce method with only one parameter, that is only with accumulator. Now we are going to see the reduce method with two parameters, that is identity and accumulator. Reduce with identity and accumulator. First we'll do sum, then we'll do min and max. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of. So before we had only one parameter in the reduce method, now we have two parameters, that is a start value which is an identity and an accumulator. Start value for sum is 0 and next is the accumulator a comma b, lambda expression a plus b. This will not return an optional instance because we are giving a start value here. Assign this result into a variable int quantity sum equal to the remaining code. Here we are starting the sum with 0, that is 0 plus quantity 1 plus quantity 2 plus etc. You can perform the sum with any start value, that is in the place of identity you can give 1, 2, 10 etc. any numbers you can give here. So according to that your sum value will vary. In the reduce with accumulator, implicitly the start value is taken as 0, but here we have an option to change this identity according to our wish. And I have told in the previous method that the start value of a numeric binary operator will be 0, but remember that it will not be 0 for all the binary operators. For example, for multiplication it is 1. As we know that if we want to find the sum of elements in an array, we will declare a variable sum equal to 0 and we will loop through the elements and find the sum. For multiplication, we will declare a variable equal to 1 and we will loop through the elements and find the product. Now we will print this result. Next we will see using method reference. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of. As we know that our start value is 0 here and we have to provide the method reference. Product double colon operator find sum. So we can use the same function that we defined in our POJO class. We will reuse the quantity sum for storing this result. And now print the result. Give heading, the copy from the above. Next is sum using sum method from the integer class. Product list dot stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce start value 0 and integer double colon operator sum. Quantity sum equal to this one. Print the result. Quantity sum. Now let us run the code. Here you can see the result got us 60. Now we look into mean using lambda expression. We'll copy all this and paste, change all the required things. Let us rename this as mean quantity. Now we'll change all these parameters. If A less than B, then the result is A, else the result is B. Here, instead of find sum, we'll use find mean, and instead of sum, we'll use mean here. So just recheck all this. Let us change this headings also. Mean, okay, mean using lambda expression, mean using method reference, and mean using mean method. Okay. So let us run the code. You can see we got all the result as 0. So why we got all the result as 0? That's because here we have given an identity value for reduce, which means that 0 is the minimum value which is compared to our quantity result. That is, we know that our minimum value is 2 that we have got already in the previous method. So now if I change this value to 3 and we'll run the code again, we'll see what will be the result. Now we got the result as 2. So the minimum quantity value 2 is less than 3. That's why we got 2 here. In all the other cases, we got the minimum value as 2 and the identity is 3, in which 0 is less than 3. So we got 0 as result. Same way, we'll find the maximum value also. For that, just copy all the code and paste it. Change all the required parameters. We'll give a value 15 here, just greater than B. Here it is, find max. This is max. Change the headings. Max, max, using max method. So max using lambda expression, max using method reference, and max using max method. Let us verify all the things whether it is correct or not. Yes, it is. Now we'll run the code again. So here you can see the difference. We know that our maximum value is 13 and I have given 15 as a start value here. So if you are comparing with the maximum value of quantity, 15 is the greater value. That's why we got 15 as the result. And if you are checking with other two results, we got the 13 as the maximum value because 13 is compared with 0, which is a lesser value. So we got 13 as output. Next, we look into the reduce method with identity, accumulator and combiner. Give heading for that. reduce with identity, accumulator, and combiner. I will do this first, then I will explain you. Product list dot, here we are using parallel stream dot map of product get quantity dot reduce of which consumes three parameters, identity, accumulator and combiner. I am going to give identity as 1, comma, then accumulator as A, comma, B, lambda expression A into B into B. And next is the combiner A, comma, B, lambda expression A into B. Let us assign the result into a variable int value equal to the remaining code. Now I will explain you what this code does. When you use parallel stream, stream is partitioned into multiple substreams. These substreams are processed in parallel and the partial results of these substreams are combined to get the final result. Here the combiner function is used for combining the results of accumulator function. Consider this scenario where you want to find the product of square of all the quantity here. In the example, you can see that the combiner function differs from the accumulator function. Accumulator function is performing the logic of getting the product of squares, whereas the combiner function is combining the partial result which can be done by multiplying partial results. That is why the function is A, comma, B, lambda expression A into B. I will explain you this clearly. Here we are going to find the product of squares of quantity, that is 5 square into 2 square into 5 square into etc. This is the logic we are going to perform here. That's what I have written here. So in this case we have an identity value of 1. So this will start with 1 into, as our first value is 5, then the result will be 1 into 5, that is 5 square 25. Next 25 into the next value. Next value we have is 2. So 25 into 2 into 2, that is 4. So 25 into 4 is comes the next value. Likewise, this logic is applied to all the quantity. Let us print the result. Now we will run the code. So we got a big value here, which is the product of squares of all quantity values in our product list. This is such a big value, so we'll change the values of quantity so that we'll get a small value here. I'm making it as 1212. Then it is 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Now you can see 1, 2 is repeating 5 times and the result is 2 raised to 5. So we'll run the code. We know that 2 raised to 5 is 1024. In this video, we have learned about reduce with accumulator, reduce with identity and accumulator, also reduce with identity, accumulator and combiner. In each of these ways, we have seen how to perform sum, minimum and maximum value in different ways. I hope you all understood the topic. We'll meet with another video. See you guys. Bye.